Hating doesn't bring any benefits. If my mom advised against something, I refrained from doing it. No flag is large enough to hide the shame of killing innocent people. How can we wage a war on terrorism when war itself is a form of terrorism? Throughout history, terrible acts like war, genocide, and slavery have often resulted from obedience rather than disobedience. Protest that goes beyond the boundaries of the law is not a departure from democracy. In fact, it is vital to maintaining democracy. The most revolutionary act one can engage in is simply telling the truth. Imagine if we erased national boundaries in our minds and considered all children as our own. How would the foreign policies of the United States look then? The memory of oppressed people cannot be taken away, and their desire for revolt always simmers just beneath the surface. The cry of the poor may not always be just, but by ignoring it, we will never truly understand what justice means. Small acts, when multiplied by millions of people, have the potential to bring about significant changes in the world. What truly matters is not the occupant of the White House, but the people who actively participate in pushing for change both inside and outside its walls. Neutrality is impossible when the world keeps moving and changing around us. When the ends are uncertain and the means are unquestionably terrible, any humane and reasonable person would refrain from employing those means. In a world of conflict, where victims and executioners exist, it is the responsibility of thinking individuals to stand against the executioners, as Albert Camus suggested. While they possess guns, we possess the power of words and creativity. In the end, we will prevail. Pessimism only perpetuates itself by crippling our willingness to take action. In times of war, those who were once seen as the good guys often transform into the bad guys. Throughout the history of the United States, there has always been a fundamental conflict of interest between the people and the government. If voting were intended by the gods, they would have provided us with worthy candidates. Tyranny remains tyranny, regardless of its source. The future is a series of ongoing moments, and living in alignment with our values amidst adversity is a remarkable triumph. Women were disregarded in early America, absent from the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the new political democracy. The value of politics lies in its ability to enhance the beauty and quality of our lives. Over time, I became acutely aware of the disparity between the law and justice. The power dynamics in real-life situations often outweigh the letter of the law. Education thrives when it confronts the moral conflicts present in the world. Is there a law that applies to one person but not to another, in the presence of God and high heaven? The juxtaposition of crosses and gallows reveals a dark and tragic history. Small acts, when multiplied by millions of people, can quietly develop into an unstoppable force that no government can suppress, a force that can change the world. When someone is fired, they receive certain advantages of appreciation without the severe disadvantages associated with death. I didn't want to spend significant time with someone who believed that fun was an indulgence reserved for the bourgeois. How can we wage a war on terrorism when war itself embodies the essence of terrorism? Small acts, when multiplied by millions of people, have the potential to create meaningful change in the world. You call this progress, with motor cars, telephones, flying machines, and an abundance of luxury, while people sleep on the streets. If we allow unprincipled and ambitious individuals to control the land, they will inevitably become masters of the country. Let us, in the name of the Holy Trinity, continue selling as many slaves as possible. War brutalizes everyone involved and fosters fanaticism, burying the original moral considerations beneath a heap of atrocities committed by all sides. As long as atrocities remain distant and abstract, they will be tolerated, even by decent people.